Hey you guys, this is your monthly astrological reading video for the month of April. I'm Gemstone from www.tarotforhealing.com, and yeah, so this is for the Aries. Let's see what's coming up for you guys. I'm going to be doing your reading kind of as usual, but slightly different. I'm going to be starting off with your finances, then your love relationships, and then going into your spiritual cards. But for your spiritual cards, instead of using the tarot cards, I'm going to be using the some chakra cards. The chakra wisdom oracle cards I'll be using for your spiritual cards. So we'll see what's going to come through for you guys in the month of April. And the tarot deck I'm using is a new deck that I was gifted um yesterday, if I can find the book. Okay, here we go. The New Age Tarot. I don't usually say what tarot deck I'm using, but sometimes people ask. So, yes, we'll see what is coming up for you guys. Okay. Your first financial card is the Emperor with Temperance. Now, the Emperor is an interesting card for you, Aries, because it represents you. Because, yeah, Aries is the ruler of the Emperor. And so it's saying that more of your own qualities are going to be coming out this month when it comes to your work. And it's just the Emperor represents leadership, authority, going for what it is that you set your mind to. The Emperor is also, to me, it represents authority in terms of your status, the title that you hold. The Emperor is a person that is a bit of a boss. Like they're good at delegating tasks to people as well, which I think as an Aries you have no problem doing. I think you guys kind of you know what it is that you want in terms of your own goals that you set for yourself. And to me, Temperance is saying it has a different energy to the Emperor, because where the Emperor is all about that sort of fast paced, on the go kind of energy, Temperance is more about kind of taking your time with things and doing things in moderation, and not um it's about not doing things to sort of excess. So I feel like with the Empress card showing up for you, you may be finding again that responsibilities, things that you're sort of taking care of, you might be putting a lot of energy into the tasks that you do. But Temperance is kind of telling you to take your time with things and to be patient with things. If there's something that you're really hoping to bring into to manifest for yourself, goals that you're trying to achieve, Temperance is kind of saying it will happen for you, but it has to take time, it has to take patience. Temperance is also a really good card if there's been any issues with your work or even work colleagues. Temperance shows that things are going to get better, your relationships will improve with those people. It also may show that maybe for some of you guys your work environment may calm down a bit. If you work for a really like fast paced kind of company, it might be showing that things might actually quiet down and the environment might actually become a bit more peaceful than what you're maybe usually used to. It also can be showing that maybe you're going to be embracing a new state of mind when it in April. Maybe you might be indulging in activities that make you feel more calm, more at peace, because Temperance to me also represents healing capabilities as well. So if you're doing any kind of healing modality, that might actually help in terms of sort of bringing your energy down a bit and just relaxing you and calming you a bit, which I know you Aries, you might not be that used to, because I feel like you guys really thrive in like, well, you really like fast-paced environments, but I think it's good to sort of balance things out, because that's what Temperance tells us. The Temperance is saying that you can't go into something through full throttle, you have to kind of have that balance. And so maybe in April you're going to find that balance, you're going to find that, you know, it's okay to relax a bit more, it's okay to take things easy, because with the star that I'm seeing showing up at the top of this Temperance angel's head, it's saying that all is going to go well. The things that you hope for will come about. The things that you are aspiring to do, it will happen for you. But it's saying that you have to sort of be patient with yourself, and you have to find the balance. You can't be all work and no play. You can't be going at it like full energy all the time, because even though, yeah, you can get results that way, it's saying that this isn't the time to really go into something full throttle. It's more the time to kind of take a back seat, and to, again, you can do the work but find the time to sort of chill out and relax at the same time, because that's very important also. um I'm really feeling as well, when I look at these cards, it can be it could be speaking about somebody that may have gone through maybe some kind of challenges or upheavals when it comes to work. That also might be why you might be feeling like you have to work so hard, is maybe you're going through some kind of uphill battle in your job, or really feeling like you really have to prove yourself, or you really have to overcome some things when it comes to your work. And again, with the Temperance card showing, it could be saying that if that's what you're going through, it's okay, because in the month of April, it's like you're gonna get the break that you need, the time that you need to kind of recuperate. Temperance could also represent like transmuting, like, well, it that phone. I'm so sorry. Um, Temperance can also represent, I was going to say transmuting energy, but it's not really transmuting energy. It's more about alchemy, taking two substances and creating something else. So this might actually be a very creative time for you as well as a very spiritual time. It can be a very creative time, and maybe even in your work you might be more creative than you usually are, or given the opportunity to do more creative tasks than what you usually do. And I think that that might be a really refreshing kind of change for you in terms of your work environment. So yeah, your work cards are pretty nice cards. Let's look at your relationship cards. For those of you that are in relationships, you have the 9 of Wands with the 10 of Wands. Now this card deck, even though it's new, it has been shuffled up pretty well. So it seems that they've decided to come up together. And so what these cards are telling me is these cards usually reflect feeling feeling burdened by a relationship, feeling like a relationship is really getting on top of you. The 9 of Wands can represent maybe trying your best to keep a relationship together, but it's still going through a lot. It's still going through difficulties. But what I see here is that in this card you can see a rainbow. And to me, rainbow represents that there is still hope. Like, not all hope is lost in this situation, but it's kind of saying that you may be feeling like you just have a lot going on with you, and maybe this relationship is feeling like an added responsibility, and you might be feeling like a lot of people are coming to you needing help and assistance. Maybe this is not only talking about a relationship that you might be in, but you also might be feeling like maybe other people are just really dependent on you, and they're coming to you for help and assistance, and maybe you want to be there for them, you want to be able to help them, but I feel like this is going to be too much of a burden on you. And so I would kind of say, try to be careful in terms of the help that you give. Sometimes you do want to be supportive, but don't feel like you have to give to the point that you are suffering as a result. It's like it's very important for you to sort of take the self-care, and for you to take care of yourself in the way that you need to in order to be able to give to other people. But I feel like almost like this could be a situation where other people might almost be the sort of draining you of your energy, and maybe you don't even have the time to really be fully engaged in a relationship that you're currently in, maybe because of having so many outside responsibilities to other people or other things. And maybe that could be weighing on the relationship, and then maybe because you already got a lot of things on, this relationship is kind of feeling like an added responsibility, sort of an added pressure on you. The 9 of Wands can also represent trying to defend yourself. It can represent a sort of a protective energy, trying to protect yourself also from others that might be trying to come for you. So when I think of this in a relationship sense, I'm really feeling like it's just saying that um there really needs to be a lighter, it's like you have to be able to prioritize where your energy goes. Because again, with the emperor showing up, the emperor can be the kind of person that wants to be responsible, wants to go out there, and because he's a bit of a leader, other people might be dependent on him, might be looking up to him, and that might be a good thing, having people look up to you, because they sort of look at you like, oh wow, like I can depend on this person because they're always there and they're always doing what doing almost what I need them to do, or need them to, like if I need them to provide me with something, they will be there to provide it. But then at the same time, it means that you get so many people coming to you that your energy can be drawn away, like in just helping. So yeah, like it's sort of, do be careful with that kind of thing. I feel like these people around you, they could actually be like more family members that are like trying, like sort of being more dependent on you. I feel like it's people that you love um that are coming to you with assistance. So April might be a time where again you might find that a lot of people are sort of depending on you, and that might challenge a relationship that you're currently in. Okay, so for those of you that are single, you have two pages. You have the page of wands with the page of swords. And okay, so you guys are getting quite a few, yeah, wands kind of energy cards. Now, to me, the page of wands with the page of swords, for those of you that are single, is kind of, both cards kind of represent kids, so they can represent sort of new beginnings that can be coming through. The page of swords can also represent you. The page of wands, I mean, can also represent you because it's a fire energy. So it could be saying that for some of you guys, a relationship could be starting out. It could be a case of maybe you are, or even if a relationship, I don't know, when I look at these cards, it probably isn't saying that somebody is necessarily coming through, but it's talking about some kind of new beginning, but it's still sort of at the very start, at the very beginning. And so when I look at these cards, I feel like it's saying with the page of wands, it's more like a again, a childlike energy. You are enthusiastic. You want to go into things. You want to be able to maybe find that person that is going to sort of make your own fire become a blaze. And the page of swords, because it's a air kind of energy, sort of the ones with the air creates almost like an explosion of energy, and or want to engage in really, you have a great sense of optimism, a great sense of wanting to experience new places, new things. Again, like with swords energy, it can reflect a time of um cutting through the challenges of things and being in a position where you feel more optimistic about things. Like, I'm really focused on the sun that is in this picture. So again, I feel like there's a great sense of optimism within you. But then I'm also seeing like a sun here too, but also it has the moon. So to me, when I see the sun and the moon together, again, it's speaking of balance. So I really feel like for the a really big message to you guys for this month is really about bringing your life into balance, bringing things into balance, because I feel like it's almost saying for those of you that are single, bringing your life into balance can really bode well for you this month. And again, it's not about just meeting somebody else, because I don't think that that's what these cards are saying. When I look more at these cards, I feel like it's talking about this might even be the month that you decide to take some kind of leap of faith when it comes to love. But the only thing I would say is be careful with taking a leap of faith when it comes to love, because sometimes it may not be exactly how you want it to be. Because when I look at this card, it almost looks like a state of indecision that I'm seeing here, because this woman is going in one direction, and she's pulling her kids with her, but her kids are going this way with this guy. But here is looking, it doesn't look good at all. It just looks like anarchy, like in this sort of city environment. Whereas this way, it looks like sort of like a peaceful, harmonious kind of, um, like a forest almost, like environment that she's walking towards, because you can see a little bit of a tree there and flowers on the floor. And so it's sort of saying this is the time for you to decide within yourself what direction you're going to go in terms of your own life. So this might be a really good month for you to sort of, if you're not in a relationship, to kind of self-reflect as to where it is that you kind of in your life have to work on this maybe duality that you might be experiencing. It's almost like this is the time for you to decide, okay, whether I'm going to take this one road where it's not a positive environment, a positive situation for me, or I can decide to sort of deal with a situation that is less filled with drama, that is more positive, where I can move in that direction. So it's almost like that's sort of what you need to bring into balance. What direction is your life taking? Where is your life going? um the Page of Swords is kind of telling you that there's things that you have to make clear. You have to make some clear and defined decisions in terms of asking yourself sort of the big questions in your life. And again, with both of these cards, they're kind of learner cards as well. So that might be something that you need to learn this month. You have to learn how to prioritize, how to bring your life into balance, how to bring your life in a state of moderation. Because it could be saying that you're doing some things in your life to a point of excess. And the Page of Wands might want to do that, because the Page of Wands is almost like when you're at that point where you're not an adult, so you haven't learned the experience in life yet. So I'm not trying to say that for those of you that are adults, like you haven't learned their experience in life. But what I'm trying to say is I think the messages apply in terms of it's saying that there's a new lesson that you have to learn this month. And so it's almost like you're in the position of the student, and that lesson again is how to bring balance into your life. So I think that that's going to be a main focus for those of you that are single, maybe more than actually being in a relationship. I mean, if I was to connect this message to a relationship, like to connect it to maybe a lesson that could be learned in relationships, it could be saying that maybe that's what you have to learn. Maybe you have to learn what a positive relationship environment is towards maybe what a negative relationship environment is. So this message might apply to somebody that might have been in a negative relationship situation, and maybe they've even developed some negative relationship patterns in the past that need to be broken. And maybe that's where the choice has to be made. It's like, are you going to go in this direction to continue this negative pattern, or are you going to go in another direction and create more positive, like better relationship situations for yourself? But again, it's like that's something that you have to think about, you have to learn, and you kind of have to grow with over time. Okay, so let's look at your spiritual cards and see what is showing up here. Your spiritual cards are guilt. Ooh, that's an interesting card. And that one is an orange card, so that's representing the sacral chakra. And vanity. Ooh, that one nearly fell. Vanity. And that one is a blue card, so it's representing the throat chakra. Let me just look at the card underneath. Your card underneath is a purple card, so that's representing the crown chakra, and it's gratitude. So to me, the card underneath the deck always kind of is the underlining message of what is going on with the first cards that have shown up. And it's saying that there's a situation where you have to deal with guilt. And I feel that this card is really connecting with the message that showed up for those of you that are in partnerships. And I also feel that that message may not also only be connecting with those of you that are in partnerships, but it might be something that you are having to consider in your life right now, maybe all the Aries signs. This card is saying, again, is talking about somebody that is taking on a lot of responsibility over other people. Because as you can see in this card, this woman, she's ironing the clothes, and this person behind her is unwell. And because she has the halo over her head, it's like she's taking the role of like a saint. Like she's coming in and she's almost like a carer for this ill person. And that is a wonderful thing to do. As you can see, she has the halo. It's a beautiful thing to do, to care and to give to people. But again, it's saying that in order for you to give, your cup has to be full first. If you do any kind of healing modality, regardless whether it's a spiritual one, like you're a tarot reader, you're a holistic therapist, you are a physiotherapist, you're a nurse, doctor, it, or if you do charity work, if you do anything, even if you have relatives that you take care of, or children, or family members, other family members or friends that you help out, it's saying that in order for you to give, you have to be fully whole yourself. You cannot give to others what you don't have within yourself. If you're giving to others what you don't have within yourself, then it's like you're giving to the point of depletion. It's almost like if you have a cup that has water in it. Yeah, you can, if let's say you was in the middle of the desert and there was six of you guys and there was just one cup that had water in it. Yeah, you can all drink out of the cup, but it's like if you give the cup to everyone else and then by the time it comes around there's nothing left for you, it's like, what could you contribute to the situation? Imagine if you were the only person that could maybe help these people out of the desert, but you didn't have that drink of water. So then you die of thirst, but then everyone else is stuck. So it's a situation where you have to understand how it is that you can help people and can help and be of service to people, but then at the same time how you can also take care of yourself in the process. Because what this card is saying is you might feel guilty, you might feel like, oh my gosh, like I have to help these people because they're coming to me for help, but you may know within yourself that this is too much for you, or that you're you know that you're giving to the point of just not having enough. So it's saying don't feel guilty. Even if you have to tell somebody, "Do you know what, I don't think I can help you today. Maybe I can help you another day." Don't feel guilty if you have to maybe change things, or maybe even if you have to say, "Do you know what, I'm not in a position to help you right now. Maybe I can ask such and such to see if they can come in and help you and whatever, whatever." So don't feel guilty if you cannot do everything that you feel like you should be able to do, because you can't do that to yourself. And what's kind of, I just noticed in this card as well, is that she's actually tied to something here, like she's stuck. And again, it's like, it's not that she's physically stuck really, it's that that's just how she's feeling in her mind, like I have no choice, I have no options, I have to do this. So it's saying be careful with that kind of mindset, because it might be that you're doing just far too much. Again, it's a great thing to help people, it's wonderful to help people, but at the same time you have to also care for yourself too. And then with the vanity card, this is quite interesting to me. It could be speaking of again, it could be caring too much about materialism. Because this card is connected with the throat chakra, it could mean I feel like it could mean, again, having people around you that look up to you, having people around you that maybe even again, it can mean the having the wrong kind of people around you, and for the wrong reasons. Because sometimes we can communicate, we can say that we're a certain kind of person, and people can think of us a certain kind of way, and then these people may not be genuine people. They might be people that are just wanting to be around you because of the things that they know that you can offer them. Like when I look at this card, you can see that this guy, he just looks like he just appeared out of a puff of smoke, and then he has this stuff, and it looks like it has an what they call that, an amethyst, which I love. Has an amethyst crystal on the top. So he looks like he's some kind of spiritual being or spiritual person that has just appeared out of nowhere. But then when you look at these people, they're just like, they look like almost, like the people you see going to these Oscar award shows, or going to these, fancy after parties. And I don't mean to stereotype such people, but sometimes these can be people that aren't very genuine. Sometimes it's about, who knows who, and yeah, the status that somebody holds, and then because of that, that's the reason why certain people want to be around you. And so it could be saying that be wary of maybe even people that are coming to you, even asking you for help and stuff, that may not be very genuine. Maybe these are people that again, they may be looking at you, and they may be even thinking that you are some kind of miracle worker, like you're the person that can just make things happen and stuff. And they may be just being around you because they're thinking, oh wow, like maybe if I attach myself to this person, then I can gain this and I can get that and I can get this. So be careful of the way you may be portraying yourself to other people, um because that might also give them some reason to think that they should attach themselves to you, if you understand what I'm saying. So that's your reading. I hope this resonates with you. Peace and blessings to all of you guys. Bye.